Hello, forward thinkers, and welcome to another episode of Urban Canvas. Today, I have the honor to have with me Evgenia Mamedova and Dmitry Melkin, who are the organizers of ArtCargo Festival in Limassol. So, thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us here. Such a pleasure.
I want you to tell me a little bit about the overarching theme and vision behind ArtCargo. It's the first year you're putting something like this together. So how did this come about?
Okay, the idea is to set up the modern festival and also to propose or to advocate a contemporary spectator dance or to set a playground for everyone to be in the same distance with art. And so the art should be in this way more sustainable, easygoing, and accessible. I'm using word egalitarian. Yeah. So
I like that. And something very special about this festival is that it's in the streets of Limassol or different locations around the city, which, turns the city into also a performer. Why did you choose this format instead of the traditional, stage format?
Actually, we've been involved into different cultural formats that we've been organizing and creating and inviting everybody for many, many years in various countries. In Cyprus for the last 7 years. And
What were you doing for the last 7 years in terms of arts?
yeah, we've been doing the theater production. We produce the shows that then tour across the globe, mainly in Russian language, but not just. We participated in various international festivals. For instance, like just in November 2024, we created the multimedia show called The Drone. And it's a multimedia theater performance that took place in Berlin in Festival The Voices. And just in a week, we're going to Vienna to showcase that as well. And we also were playing with the formats of concerts, lectures, public speaking events, and so on and so forth. And done that, um, we felt that there is a very big, let's say, fragmentation in the landscape of cultural events in Limassol specifically, because they are mainly differ in terms of the language barrier, pricing barrier, and let's say there's high culture or not high culture, and so on and so forth. And we kind of wanted to overcome that. That's exactly what we didn't really like about that, because culture and art is something that belongs to everyone, that's something that happens everywhere. And we saw this challenge and we wanted to address that. So, what can we do? What kind of format we can offer to the city that would involve everyone, that everyone who is interested in such form of activity would be able to participate. And when we were thinking of that, we were just looking at what's happening in the city already that is uniting, activating, charming, and involving in every single sense. And we thought that the carnival is the point where everybody meets in the city. And it doesn't matter what language you speak, what kind of clothes you wear, what profession you choose. Everybody is um, experiencing this égalité and this togetherness during the carnival. So we thought maybe a format of such matter would also be something that could unite the whole society, this whole city, municipalities, businesses, artists, people who just walk down the street, travelers, and any other groups of communities and people to be the part of that. And we decided that art cargo might be something of that matter.
So the overarching theme is the carnival. How does that tie in with the performances, and what kind of art should we expect to see in this festival? Is it music-based, performance, theater, everything?
mainly performing arts. theater, but in this again experimental media, experimental
Form.
form.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not easy. So it's the walkabout theater or promenade theater, which happens all around the place, and people just spectators just randomly happen there. This is an idea.
Is it gonna be an itinerary this time, something here, this time something there, or is everything happening at the same time?
No, we mark the starting point, and then audience who wants, they will follow the rules. The other ones will happen on the way. So this is one of the typos thing. And of course we have indoor shows in reality.
And particular
And
theater.
here, this is just a conventional way to come and to sit down and to indulge an experience. Yes.
Can you give us a teaser of the outdoor locations, maybe? So we have two theaters, the most popular ones in Limassol.
Yeah.
What about other locations?
University Square for some more meditative and sophisticated things.
Old Port Square. Malin's a beach bar, simply because it's also a huge venue that can locate a lot of people and spectators. Also, it's gonna happen in the streets of the Old Town, and except to see a street. And to be honest, we're gonna have fun over there, blocking the traffic with a very special clown who is coming to us from
Chile.
I love that. I think the streets are for the people, so I'm always pro blocking the cars, and I just like do events there.
This is a special topic about Limassol.
Yeah,
With very narrow pedestrian politics.
very narrow. Yeah, all cities of Cyprus, we're a very car-centric country, and it's going to take a lot of work to overcome that. And I think events like these that make us realize how we can use public space are benefiting to the shift towards more sustainable urban living.
And actually, we're not the only ones who understand that for sure. I mean, the municipalities, they also ring the bell. And thanks God to Mr. Mayor, to Mr. Armeftis. He also supports strongly our festival. And when we told him that he would really love to block the unextradited traffic, he said, like, that's exactly what we're going to do. So that was really, really exciting to feel that we are all addressing the same matter, because obviously the town, which is so rapidly being converted into the city, simply because the economical growth is dictating such conditions, um, obviously it is experiencing a lot of challenges, and it's not very easy to overcome that, and it's not possible to do it just overnight. And of course it creates some tension, and people don't really enjoy that, and the citizens want change, and the politicians try to provide that. But as in any country, any city in the other world, um, it's not that easy. So why not to play with this fact? Why not to try to decrease this tension by just fooling around it sometimes?
So blocking Alexis Street has, its own challenges, but is there another location that I want to know which location was the most challenging to set up a performance at,
Okay.
or the most inspiring, a location that you said we absolutely need to do something in this location.
Ooh, there are so many of them, to be honest. Because, I mean, living in the city for many, many years, and knowing every single corner, every single street, um, you always, in a way, play with it inside your head. And for instance, there are some areas that are very common to public, and that's exactly why we're doing something in there, because there is already a huge crowd, the people who want to integrate into the play, such as malls and Anexartisias, University Square. But on the other hand, there are some places that are usually not accessible for the public, but it would be really interesting to invite people over to show them what we also have inside, behind the scenes. And for me, such a location is the Kian, for instance, the production site. And usually, it works every single day behind the closed doors, and it takes a huge space on the seaside, and everybody is passing by many times during the day, back and forth. We see this gate, but most of us, we've never been there inside. We haven't seen it. And this year, we're going to have this gala event, like the final party of the festival, the final show of the festival, with a vertical dance, like with a construction crane and a huge cube, which is going to be attached to it,
Wow.
with dancers over there, with a light and like amazing atmosphere. We're going to locate the DJs just at the very top of the point. So, it's going to be really spectacular, really exciting for the crowd to be a part of it. And thanks God, the space allows us to invite a lot of people, to bring the crowd of 500, 600 people and make it free for public. So,
Which is very important because you talked about accessibility and providing this art for the people from any background. I think it plays into the advantages of these kind of festivals. I want to know a little bit about the process of selecting the performances that you chose for this event. Do people submit to you? Do you reach out to them? Is it something you build together as a team, or you find existing acts?
Dean is our star in this case.
That's why I'm like a little bit addressing there.
Involved in this circle of international networking for the contemporary festivals and mainly performing arts. So I have my background as performing arts. So yes, it's like I visited a lot of places and I kind of participated in pitching sessions and professional roundtables. So I choose the things actually for the first edition of the festival. It should be yeah, bingo. I should be happy with the idea that I am pretty sure that people will love the things they will see, not problematized, not not. It's pretty easy in a way of it's accessible, but also it's this crazy things like Tiny Clifton Circus. This is a challenging thing. It's the project where we put 20 audience member into the wheelchair, and we're changing the perspective of perceiving the city life. And then it's a long train. It's like a long vehicle of 20, like a tram.
The trunk wheelchairs.
Yes, which stops the city. So you have Mr. and Mrs. Roosevelt who who set up the set of situations for this audience. And of course, all the city around stops for a moment because it's a massive interaction. So this is challenging. In a way, this is very interesting, and we will have an open discussion afterwards about accessibility, changing perspective, and also we are bringing members of the Opal collective from Nicosia to facilitate the meeting, and we work with Red Cross Limassol, I guess, or
Red Cross Cyprus. Yeah.
Red Cross Cyprus. So it's also yeah, the site specificity of the festival is like we are put on the desk different players. So it's all became quite interesting constellation of place, space, and event. And even we are not particular doing site specific show, but every show could be received as site adaptive And then the festival itself is a site-specific. So because we are from the perspective of Limassolian, it's a site-specific festival. For the artists, they adapt their work for the spaces. Formally, to be correct, it's site adaptive. Yes.
Site adaptive. And I like that. And I like that you're bringing in local organizations like Obi Collective and Red Cross to facilitate this experience, because what I'm understanding is that it's beyond art. It has to do with accessibility, it has to do with mobility. And I absolutely love it. Can you tell us when the event is taking place, the times, all the details? How can people find you?
For sure.
Oh.
So actually, as you can see, like 2 weeks of things popping up like everywhere. Definitely, we needed the website with the program for that. We definitely needed the application with the map that sends you the notifications about what and when is going to happen, so that you can adjust your calendar accordingly. And if you just open the website artcargofest.com, we've got the full program over there. In about 5 days, we're going to launch the application as well. So it's also quite a comfy way to navigate through the festival. But generally, it starts on November 1st and up until November 15th. Here and there, outside in the public spaces, something is about to happen. Obviously, at the weekdays, it's mostly the evenings, late hours. During the weekend, we've got shows at 12, at 5 o'clock, so that people with kids can also visit them and plan their weekend, um, getting integrated into the program of the festival.
And then on the weekends, it's the peak. It's when more things are happening.
Yeah, and 15th of November, this gala event at Kyan is going to take place.
Oh, I can't wait. So since this is the first time you're putting this together, what's your vision for next year or in 5 years? How do you see this festival grow in Limassol or maybe beyond Limassol?
It's actually a very nice question. Would you like to answer that? Because I get my answer.
Please do. I will follow, because I also have some preparation for this. I'm not sure. Yeah, that my dreams actually is something to be revealed. But yeah, yeah, we hope it will be a part of Limassol carnival culture, but in a different.
So maybe it could happen during the carnival at one
No.
point in time. No,
It's just this tradition, this special mindset and special Limassol flavor. Of course, all this laughing and stopping traffic with maybe the most interesting clown in the world at the moment, Murmuyo, because he has it's an incredible clown mask. It's just wow. So it's a thing to experience. It's what I experience in different cities, and it's a miracle. So it's so singular. So I want actually to continue to bringing these things to Limassol. Kind of, I feel like we could do more, like it to give, to share, to experience together. This is an idea, and I hope we will do it annually.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the idea. To set up the tradition so that every single Limassolian knows that Carnival takes place in the spring. And every single Limassolian might also know that in November, something fun is going to happen outside. Not just raining, not just traffic, not just.
no, and it's a perfect time. It's not too hot. It's not too cold.
Exactly.
Perfect time.
And actually, in terms of the artists who are mainly international teams that come from abroad, for them, it's also a very cool way to experience what Cyprus is and to visit Cyprus in terms of this cultural dialogue in between countries, getting to know what this place is about. And it's kind of common for the artists to participate in in various festivals across the globe, and in a way that's also the format, how the art and the creativity is developing across the globe, because it's uh, also about the connections, interactions, setting something new, discussions, side programs on the festival with master classes, exchanging the experience, and so on and so forth. And we are really happy that we can settle such discussion and such open dialogue in Cyprus as well for them, because they come, they meet local collectives, they meet local crowds, they also can feel from the inside what it is to be a Limassolian.
Do you see a future where you involve more local artists in this event, or you create a culture that facilitates the development of that type of performance art in Limassol?
For sure, we already integrate Vikikala, the collective from Nicosia, to the program of the festival. And we're very happy about that. And there is going to be also like the masterclass and the side program. And furthermore, actually the whole idea behind ArtCargo concept was that nowadays the world is so transitioning, it is so global. There are so many nomads, people who are not deeply rooted in one single place. And it's not good, it's not bad, it's just our new reality, I would say. And in a way, let's say old fashioned formats of the festivals, they're really amazing, but sometimes they do not address the needs of all the people of the society, the people who migrate, people who change places. And in a way, this festival, it's also can be traveling, it can pop up in various cities and play with various locations, just like in Limassol. But we want it to be Cyprus based. We want it to start from Limassol, but it can be easily taken to Georgia, to Los Angeles, to Dubai, to Athens, and because cargo is something that you bring, unpack, show, and then pack and get back. So basically, that's the idea that, for instance, maybe in a year or in a couple of years, when we take art cargo to the other city, we can take all the guys from Cyprus and show them
Travel.
here.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Exactly. That's
Yes.
I mean, I would say, strategically speaking, this is something we would like to develop.
Great. Mitri, you have any closing remarks? Anything you want to mention about this festival that we didn't cover during our conversation?
Yeah, my idea is actually I'm thinking a lot of what is this contemporary spectator? What is who is he like? How he's receiving things? Because I'm sometimes finding myself running through the festivals, like in France, in Aurillac, for example, or Fiera Tárrega in Spain, where you should see, I don't know, 100 pieces during a week, and you should find them in different locations, and you should set up the timing for you. And I understand that it's me. I'm crazy about this. I want to know everything and be in the context. But actually, I also think that contemporary audience is a bit different thing than it was before. Like we are shifting somewhere, so people need more to be involved, to participate, to find, not to be just feeded with something, that like take a big spoon of art and like put it in your mouth. This is, I think, yeah, the audience is very sophisticated. It doesn't like to be treated as a, you know, stupid or unexperienced. Like, and also, I think too complicated high art, like it's also creating a segregation between people. That's why I like the French model. It's very inventive, it's very artful, it's very wow. It's like a miracle, but it could be so accessible for like literally everyone, which can actually change the situation. for personal artistic development or personal development for the audience member, as it happened with me, for example. I was a theater critic before, and then I become an art maker. But it was
Usually it's the other way around, but yeah.
because I was like so I was hit by this, but by some art piece, and I was like,
So it inspired you to create
yeah,
yourself.
this is what's this? So it's changing the path completely. So this is what I want to implement. This idea I would work with, and I like egalitarian approach. Like everything happens with everyone. This is not a project. This is not a product.
This is not a problem.
This is a process. Yes. So we are all in a process.
And I hope it touches and moves people in a productive way, the same way that happened to you. I hope there's some people that watches this festival and, maybe be inspired to create art themselves one day.
Yeah, sure. And we also rely on the contemporary dance stage of Cyprus. I like it and I follow.
Evgenia, do you have any closing remarks? Anything you want to mention?
I would say that the projects of such scale can be done only with the very, very honest participation of various communities and organizations and team members and municipalities and so on and so forth. And there is a huge group of people behind this. And first of all, for sure, I would really love to thank every single person of the team, every single volunteer. And by the way, if you'd love to become one of them, please just reach us. We really need, we always need some help, Um, all of them are truly inspiring and open-hearted and very energetic people who invest a lot of their efforts into something that they feel is meaningful. And definitely, like, huge thank you to our sponsors and supporters who stand behind us financially and in terms of media. And this is the Digital Tree. True, love your company. Thank you so much. I mean, since we've been working on the other projects as well, commercial projects, non-commercial projects, I just know the kind of like approach that you not use, but that you воплощается, that you embody, with every single step of your work, every single act, and it is priceless, absolutely. And so once again, definitely huge thank you to our sponsors, and especially the BBF company and the Xmas company, because bringing 12 collectives from abroad to here, even though we are quite a sustainable festival, we don't create, some extra rubbish. We are very, I would say, modest in terms of publicity, in terms of the amount of advertisement we create. We don't want to be too loud about that. We want to be like inviting, but not too loud. And it really takes a lot of
Yeah. And having sponsors like that is what makes it accessible for the rest of the people to not have those like very high prices, etc.
exactly. And this is what enables us to invite the whole city to participate for free, because like 95% of the program is totally free of charge.
Yeah, and the sponsors, they kind of at the moment they behave like like our audience. Like it's also put them on the same. Everyone likes this setting, like really. So not to be ranged by statuses,
Yeah.
money, but finally to get together on some common surface.
Actually, it's like, I don't know, like playing outside, like playing football, for instance. When you are all involved in one act, you just enjoy. just enjoy the time and the company of each other, no matter what you do.
Who's next to you?
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what's happening because festival, as usually Dmitry points out, is the place of meeting everyone with everyone, you know? It's like something where everyone is giving and receiving and sharing. That's truly inspiring. And actually, I also love the way our sponsors are integrated in some promo campaigns because just recently the BBF asked their workers to create this like reels about how they place posters at the city walls. And it's so adorable, you know? I mean, you just see that people are enjoying this and it's really
And
inspiring.
everybody's working for it to succeed. And I can't wait to be in Limassol in November and to be a part of this and maybe take some videos myself. And because I feel like it's something unique. I don't know if it's the first time that something like this happened in Limassol. I don't have that information, but it feels like it's gonna be something we don't see very often in Cyprus. So I'm looking forward to it. And thank you both for coming and joining us in this episode. And thank you for watching. You can follow us and subscribe on YouTube and on Spotify. And until next time, keep inspiring.